I knew it. I knew this team loved me back. Hang on, I have something for this win. Ta-da! Isn't this wild? Wild. Oh, I'm so funny. Jokes. Shout out to my friend Amy for buying this monstrosity for me. Caps win 4-2 over the Minnesota Wild, ending a 4-game losing streak and holding on to their position of first in the league. God, I love this team. So, hang on, this wig is actually kind of itchy. So, most of the first period was some kind of fast-paced back and forth that didn't really go anywhere. The Caps get a power play 20 seconds in that they don't do anything with. Then with just about 5 minutes to go in the period, my boy Nate Schmidt gets called for hooking, but the Caps kill off that penalty. Then there's some phenomenal passing in front of the net by TJ Oshie and Nick Backstrom, and then with 12 seconds to go in the period, the very same Nate Schmidt who's just in the box just nails one in, puck in the back of the net, and the Caps end the first period up 1-0. So there's a free McGriddle for you. Now, I'll admit, while I did have a good feeling about this game, I was a little bit nervous going into it. I mean, I talked earlier about Devin Dubnyk, who is probably going to win the Vezina, and absolutely deserves to win the Vezina. What did I tell you about Schmidt? I said I had a feeling that having him back would mean good things for the team. But that's not even the only good thing to happen this game. Just 5 minutes into the second period, and who should score but my captain, Alex Ovechkin, with an assist from Nicky from his patented Ovechkin on Island, ending his 10-game scoring drought, putting the Caps up 2-0, and man, that has gotta feel good. I know, I was excited. Then, with just under 3 minutes left in the period, Evgeny Kuznetsov scores on a power play to put the Caps up 3-0, and guess who gets an assist on that? That's right, Swedish assist machine Nicholas Backstrom gets his 3rd of the night and his 50th of the season, making this his 7th career season with 50 or more assists. His career low in assists, by the way, is 30. Dude knows how to pass. Then, less than a minute later, there's a fight, and you'll never guess who starts it. Now, Tom Wilson really had no reason to start that fight with Ryan White, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the penalty that he got. Or, more accurately, I want to talk about how much time he spent in the box. So he gets fighting majors, which is 5 minutes, then he gets 2 minutes for instigating, and a 10-minute game misconduct, which, if you do your math, adds up to 17 minutes. That's right, to celebrate his 300th career NHL game, Tom Wilson spends 17 minutes in the cube of shame. But you know, I can't really think of anything more fitting. Especially not when you consider the fact that in those 300 games, he's had a total of 568 penalty minutes, which in his 4 seasons averages out to 142 minutes per season. Now, to be fair, so far this season, he's at a career low of just 82 minutes. But there's still 13 games left in the season, and he only has to average 4.6 penalty minutes per game to reach that average, so who knows? Moving on! 37 seconds into the third period, Matt Dumba scores, then exactly 4 minutes later, Eric Staal scores on a power play, and the game is now 3-2. But you know, I wasn't super worried or even that upset. Almost the opposite, in fact, because I was thinking, and I tweeted this, I was thinking, wouldn't it be sweet, sweet justice if the Caps won with a final score of 4-2? And that's how I know that the Caps love me. Jay Beagle, my best friend, with just under 6 minutes to go in the game, scores to make it 4-2, and that's how the game ends, and I get to go to bed happy and extremely satisfied. So, good things about this game. Like I said, this win let the Caps keep their first place spot, which they were tied with the Penguins for, thanks to their win over Vancouver and an overtime loss to Calgary. Nate Schmidt scored! Now, I know I already talked about his goal, and it's only his 2nd of the season, but he's a good boy and deserves some extra celebration. Ovechkin ended his longest scoring drought of his career, so whew, that's some pressure off the captain, and now hopefully we can stop talking about it, because it was getting really old. And the Caps won, and if that's not enough of a reason to celebrate, then why are you a fan of the team? Now, I have talked for far too long, so that's all I'm gonna say about that, but needless to say, I'm happy. Aren't you? And just in case you forgot, I love the Washington Capitals. Let's go Caps!